Boxing King Media in association with Box Raw. Got super lightweight. I don't want to call you a prospect. You're more like a contender now. Would I be right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm stepping up to the, into the bigger fights now. So, I think I'm passing that prospect stage.
Definitely, Dalton. Obviously, you're one of those fighters that everyone's been talking about for the last year or so since you made your debut, your performances and the way you've beaten people. So, the hardcore fans especially, everyone's aware of your talent. So, did you expect your career to go that way when you kind of started off?
Obviously you always expect it to go this way, but a lot of that can come. I say it before, a lot of people can, let the hype get to them and stuff. And I know I'm early on in my career, and I'm only just getting started. So obviously I'm happy the way my career's turning out. But I work hard, and I wouldn't expect it any other way, because that's why I train hard for my career to unfold like it has been.
And obviously, your dad's a trainer. He's one. People refer to your dad as one of the. So I'm trying to think of the right word now, but he's one of the best trainers in the UK. But he probably doesn't get the right credit. Obviously, do you feel the same about your dad in that sense as well?
Yeah, of course, and that's because sometimes he's heard but not seen. My dad's one of those. I like to say he's old school. You don't really see him on the media. He's not the. He probably don't even know how to run social media very good. I was laughing at him the other day. His last two pictures he's put on at the bank's him. So that's why he stays away from the media. That's just how he is as a person, and his enjoyment is training the lads in the gym and getting successful in winning titles and stuff. He's in it for the fighters, not himself.
Definitely, man. Obviously, Jim's thriving. There's so many things I want to talk to you about, so I'll fly through a few subjects as well. We'll get your fight out the way first. You're fighting Samuel Mason, local lad who you've sparred before. You obviously know Sam, and I know him as well. Like you, a really nice kid. So I've unfortunately got to sit on the fence in this one. But what kind of challenge do you think Samuel Mason brings to you? What are the main things that you're going to be keeping out for in that fight, and what different as well from the guys you fought before?
Like I said before, Sam's a southpaw, even though he switches. He's a southpaw, and a lot of people don't like southpaws, but it's just something I like him. And I've just seemed to have got a style, and I can adapt around him. I think you look at the majority of my professional fights, there've been quite a few southpaws. So I think being a southpaw is not going to faze me one little bit. If anything, I like that. And obviously, Sam's well experienced. He's been around a lot more years than I as a professional. Even though he's young, so he's no stranger, and we worked on things. Samuel have worked on things, and we deal with that after the first bell. Once we sussed each other out, that's when we see what game plans we're going with.
Yeah, one thing I like about you, Dalton, you don't give a lot away. You've obviously not had any media training, but you're very clued up on that. But obviously, it's common knowledge Sam's known to be a big puncher in the boxing circles. His record may not reflect the kind of power he's got as well. Obviously, you're quite wary of that. Have you fought anyone with that kind of power before in the ring?
I've sparred Sam, and don't get me wrong, can punch, so can I punch, and I've been in with a lot bigger punchers than Sam. But I respect his power. I'm sure he'll respect mine because we've sparred. He's felt mine as well. So he's, but I have been in with a lot bigger punches than Sam. Obviously it's a lot different with littler gloves and stuff. But I've been around many years. I've sparred bigger lads, heavier lads, bigger punches. I know when someone carries power. I know how to deal with that. It's not a problem. So yeah, it's just I'm well prepared. I know what Sam's going to bring. We see what happens on fight night.
Sound. Let's move on to your promotional team, Eddie here and Matchroom. So when I speak to the guys at Sky, and you've obviously seen recent news that Sky are after a lot of the Matchroom fighters, or anyone that's free really, or becoming free. Lawrence Okoli's been the recent name mentioned. When I spoke to Adam Smith, and I said to him what kind of fighters would interest you, as well as Okoli, your name popped up. So Adam, so you must. I don't know if you saw that. What do you think when you see people from a rival promotional outfit mention your name from a massive pool of fighters?
It's good to hear that. It shows that people are taking note, and my talent showing. The two biggest promotional companies Matchroom and Sky Sports with Boxer and DAZN. Obviously Eddie with DAZN. But obviously I'm signed to Matchroom. I'm signed to DAZN. They're doing a great job with me. Even though I get on with the likes of Adam Smith and stuff from there, from obviously when Eddie was with them. I've got a lot of time for them guys, and obviously at the end of the day, money talks. Money that's what pays the bills. That's what's gonna set my future up down the line. So, I'm with Matchroom at the minute. So obviously I can't say no ifs, no buts. Obviously I'm signed to Matchroom and I'm happy with them at the moment.
Sound. And obviously looking ahead, the other guy in your weight division was 5 or 6 fights behind you, but people are already talking about a potential super fight down the line. Dalton Smith versus Adam Azim. I'm sure you've come across that. What do you make of that?
Yeah, obviously he's good, and I think every fighter, they need a dancing partner, and their fights down the line, and obviously I get on with the Azim brothers, a great family. I think I was actually got to know them better when we were both down Sport in Campbell for when we were preparing for the Garcia fight. So, I think they're great talent, both of the brothers. As long as we keep winning, their fights down the line. Even more fights in the 140 division. There's a lot of fights there. But no, we don't have to be calling each other out. It's pointless right now, isn't it? As long as we keep winning and keep progressing, they're big fights down the line. But I've got a lot of time for the Azim brothers. They're well respected. Yeah, I wish them all the best in the progression down in their careers.
100%, man. I think hopefully, 2-3 years down the line, when both you've got world titles, I can definitely see that being a massive British dust-up. Talking of British dust-ups, you will have heard Conor, Benn, Eubank. I don't know if you've sparred Conor, Benn before or not, but what do you make of it all? Should it be happening? And if it does happen, how is it going to go?
As a boxing fan, I'm all for it. Obviously, with the history of the fathers and what they did, as a boxing fan, I'm all for it. And I really believe Conor Benn is one of the most improved fighters over the last couple of years under Tony Sims. So I just think if that fight comes off, even though it's at a catch weight, I just fancy Conor Benn in that one.
Interesting pick. That is that on points or a knockout?
I'm not sure. I just feel like even from the start, I've always thought Conor Benn. If the fight got made, Conor Benn would win that fight. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm mad, I don't know, but so I just feel like Conor would win that fight.
The 2-weight division jump, would that make a difference, you think? Obviously you probably sparred guys bigger than you, so you could give us an idea of that.
Obviously the weight is a big thing, but then you've got to look at it, when Conor gets into the ring after he's weighed in, he's a big guy, he puts on quite a lot, you can see that. And obviously Eubanks, he's quite tight at the weight, even at what's he fight at 160. And he's cut at that. So to lose another 4 pounds, you have to go 156. So if that gets made at 156, does the weight have a big difference? I know Conor can probably go up to that after he's weighed in at his natural weight. So that's a factor in that as well. So who knows? But as a boxing fan, I'm all for it.
Sound, man. Last question. You've seen the most viral story in world boxing, not just like in Sheffield or UK. It's made international news. I've had international news outlets contacting me, asking me for the footage. So what do you make of this whole Sonny Edwards and the Twitter troll? Have you had any experiences like that, and how do you think Sonny handled it?
I think Sonny handled it in a great manner. I was actually sat in a river. I was actually fishing. I had my waders on and stuff, and I got a call and it was like, I couldn't get down in time. I was sat in a river. But I watched it on live, and I think obviously Sonny's personality. He gets the trolls, and he thrives off that. He loves it, and it was probably a matter of time before someone would turn up at the gym. But he handled it in a great manner. He could have, if the guy's coming down, he wants to spar. It could have been a lot worse for him. And but Sonny, he was a gentleman about it. He gave him a couple of shots, showed him what he was dealing with, showed him that it's not a game, and he was very respectful. But you've got to give what was his name, Fab Tenga or something. You got to give.
I call him Fabrice.
Fabrice, yeah.
It was Fabrizio.
Yeah, but you've got to give him credit to come down off his own back, and he seemed a genuine kid, and it made his day. So. you know, he probably got a lesson that, you know, don't go running your mouth because it's not a game. But, you know, he had a good day from it, a big experience from him. And, you know, Sam's a good guy. So, you know, you've got to take the positives from it.
Cheers for that, Dalton. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No, 2 weeks away, and you know, I'm feeling fit, feeling good, and you know, I can't wait to put on a show in front of my hometown. I've got my gym mates on the undercard, Ginny Boston, Nico Levers, and yeah, you know, we're all in a good place, we're all thriving, and yeah, bring on the good times.
Definitely, man. Well, I'm going to go speak to Sam hopefully today, if not tomorrow, and see what Sam's got to say.
Yeah, that's it.
Any message for Sam?
Don't slag me off because I ain't slagging you off.
I'll tell him that at the end of the interview.
Yeah, no, he's you know, obviously his respect's there, and it's a fight at the end of the day, and I just know I'm going to shine on the 6th, and you know, I hope he's ready, I hope he's prepared, because I am.
Sound. Cheers, Dalton. Thank you for your time.